Match number 5. Nicolas just 2-7 so far this season. Douglas has really picked it up late. Douglas 6-3 this single season. There was a time where Douglas was 0-3, so he's won 6 of his last 7, playing with a ton of confidence here. Nicolas is coming off of one of his 2 wins. That was just this past Friday night over Manu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match, a singles match between Nicolas playing for the Devils and Douglas playing for the Warriors. Nicolas will have the serve. Here's the serve by Nicolas. We begin. Douglas down low, backhand. 2 pass, rebote, forehand by Nicolas. Here's Douglas on the catch. Costello 2-all. Opens and scores. First point of the match goes to Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
And a great sign, Douglas, within the first 5 throws. I mean, gets it on the Costello and snaps a 2-all. You love to see that aggressive play. He and Manny got off to a great start in doubles, 6-1 in the first set, because Douglas was throwing shots. It got pretty tight there in the end when Douglas just kept passing inside. But in singles, he's aggressive, and he's going to fire.
Excellent catch by Nicolas. He passes on the backhand, rebote for Douglas. Straight back, Nicolas is there. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote for Douglas. Nicolas will take this on the bounce at the 10 line. Sidearm to pass. Rebote. Nicolas from the Costello to the inside. Douglas stops it. Costello 2-all, lands in and scores. 2 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
And you'll notice Douglas throws quite a few 2-walls in singles compared to what he does in doubles. Again, you got 2 players out there defending in doubles, so a little less space to score. In singles, look at the confidence he throws it with. I mean, throws it hard, extends, and look at how that opens up. I don't know if anyone gets to that in doubles either. Throwing it well to begin here, 2-0.
Rebote 2-all. Nicolas got there. Ball is tipped. 3 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
And you could tell Nicolas
took his eye
just
right
did
off
not
the
look
ball.
at that ball.
Took his eye right off the ball at the end. You see his whole head move.
Yeah.
Basically, you have this catch coming, and where's he looking? He's looking at the front wall where he's about to throw the ball. There's one problem with that. The ball's not in his cesta. There's a backhand by Nicolas to the inside, right to the corner, out to the rebote. Douglas makes the catch. Costello 2-all. Stopped by Nicolas. Nicolas goes high for the 3-wall play. Douglas backed up and caught it in the air. Beautiful catch by Nicolas. 2-all with a light touch will score. That's the perfect return for Nicolas to throw. Anything else Douglas potentially gets to. Nicolas is on the board with a point for the Devils. He serves.
Well, the soft touch is the key. Douglas is trying to keep him outside. He probably hooked this throw a little more than he wanted, trying to keep it closer to the side wall, which gives Nicolas the 2-wall. Just gets the second bounce. You're right. I mean, throws it any harder, just a little bit. Douglas gets there and probably kills it.
There's a backhand by Douglas. Rebote. Forehand by Nicolas. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand. Rebote forehand is up. Douglas makes the catch. 2-all to score. 4 points for Douglas. He serves.
Snapping these in beautifully. Again, he's close to the side wall, but it doesn't matter. Nicolas just a little hesitation, and he's not close to that ball, really. Either way, it opens up wide, and it scores 4-1 for Douglas.
There's a backhand by Nicolas. To the corner. Douglas forehand rebote to pass. Rebote forehand. Great catch by Douglas at the side wall. Rebote forehand is up and high. Caught by Douglas. Douglas for another 2-all. This one lands in and scores. 5 points for Douglas of the Warriors. Possible set point.
No reason to change it up if the defense can't stop it, and you know, you throw the 2-0 like this, there's no answer. We've seen Arta go on great runs. We've seen Zuleika go on great runs. Go Sherry, any of these, these great players with developed costados. Douglas the same here in singles. 4 out of the 5 points and a chance to take this opening set.
Here's the backhand by Nicolas. Douglas has it, winds up. This time he goes to the inside. Back to the inside, Nicolas is there. That ball stays on the sidewall. Great catch by Douglas. That 2-all caught the pad. That's 2 points for Nicolas of the Devils. He serves. Still possible set point for Douglas.
Another one, just throw it a little bit higher. It's in, it scores. Just catches the piece of the pad on the way off the front wall. Game of inches, he was close there. Gives Nicolas another life.
There's the backhand by Douglas. Right to the corner, out to the rebote. Nicolas makes the save, it's high. Douglas makes the catch. Douglas goes inside. One-handed grab by Nicolas. Here's the backhand. Rebote for Douglas on the forehand. He passes. Nicolas, forehand rebote is up. Douglas, forehand rebote. Rebote to the inside, at the sidewall. What a catch by Douglas. Nicolas to the outside. Good read by Douglas. He stops it on the bounce. Hard throw. Nicolas reaching out, catching that one on the tip. Rebote 2-all is out. 3rd point for Nicolas of the Devils. He serves. It's one important thing for anyone when you're down 5-1 in battle court. Just do whatever you can to keep your head in it.
And we've seen that from Nicolas in doubles, so he's going to play the same way. Just going to catch his opponent, keep the ball inside, and he's going to fight to that last point.
Low hard serve is stopped by Douglas. That backhand takes off. So does Nicolas. Nicolas powerfully from the forehand. Douglas on the run. He sends this one back. Rebote forehand by Nicolas. Catch by Douglas. Douglas back to the inside. He will score. Point and set for Douglas of the Warriors, winning the first set 6-3. 2 minutes go on the board. We come back out, play our next set.
So Douglas 6-3, he takes the first set. You see that game day score, it's important. Devils lead 3-1. Douglas responsible for the only win on the board for the Warriors, along with Manny. They defeated Jairo and Nicolas. And Douglas is going to need a win one of these next 2 sets to give his team a chance heading into that final match. And all the Warriors need is a tie on the game day, so if Douglas wins and then Alex and Manny beat Fronton and Benny up next, the Warriors still will be going to the playoffs. So it hasn't gone their way the first couple matches, but still Douglas has been playing well. He's given him a chance here, and just got to win one of these next 2 sets.
Still don't know if Nicolas is dealing with issues with that cesta. He appeared to be. Once again, anytime you see player, it's one thing to strengthen the cesta by putting tape on the outside of the basket to reinforce it. When you're starting to tape stuff down on the inside of the cesta, that's just to get you through a set. That's just to get you through a couple points. That is not any kind of fix.
You got a comedian over in the players' cage, cracking everybody. I'm not sure. I'd like to,
Well, they're all funny
to get in
their
on the
own
joke.
right. I mean, the phenomenal sense of humor in battle court. I mean, tremendous.
But it's good, you see Douglas keeping it light. Obviously there's a lot on the line here, and he played well. He looks loose. The shots that he throw indicated
He's probably played
so.
better today than he's played better all season. Just throw by throw, catch by catch.
A really good sign. Clock winding down here, about 15 seconds from the start. Set number 2.
Douglas already out on the court with 10 seconds to go. Nicolas will come out and have the serve.
Yeah, and a reminder, these two did match up earlier in the season. Douglas won that match in straight sets. It was 6-5, 6-1. Took the first set here. Looking for the season sweep over Nicolas to give his team a chance in the final match.
Nicolas serves. We begin. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Right to the corner, out to the rebote. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Rebote coming in low. Saved by Nicolas. Backhand by Nicolas to the inside. Rebote. Forehand by Douglas. Back at the 11 line. Nicolas is there. Nicolas now to the corner. Rebote. Forehand by Douglas. At the side wall, Douglas makes the save. Floater stopped after the bounce by Nicolas. Here's a return. Excellent catch by Nicolas. There's the backhand. Low out of the corner. Douglas makes the save. Rotate forehand by Douglas again. Catch by Nicolas. Excellent catch by Nicolas. 2-all. Stopped by Douglas on the forehand. High bounce, Karam. Red end stopped by Nicolas. Nicolas with the drop shot that will score on the second bounce. First point of the second set goes to Nicolas of the Devils. Nicolas serves.
Douglas getting a little cute with the high bounce Karam here. I mean, he stops this 2-all pretty easily, but he goes for this shot. I mean, it's not really it's not really a trick shot.
It's not cute.
But I guess our definition
And it wasn't effective.
No, I guess by our definition, it might be a trick shot. I mean, you're just trying to get it to bounce up over Nicolas. It is.
He's had a high degree of success with it up until then.
Yes, he just didn't throw it nearly high enough. You obviously want to keep the overhead screen in mind, but you also have to get a big enough bounce off the floor to hop over Nicolas and into the net.
Here's the backhand by Nicolas to the inside. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote's at the 5 line. Nicolas to the inside. Scoop by Douglas. Back to the inside it goes. He passes along the wall to score. 1-1. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Well thought out shot there by Douglas after he made a difficult catch. Nicolas was shading towards the 2-all, but he kept it inside. He knows that after he makes that catch, he might not have 100% control. Keep it inside, less risky throw, puts it on the wall, and it scores, ties it up. Same effectiveness.
There's a backhand by Nicolas. Nicolas goes to the corner again. Rebote for Douglas. Douglas, forehand Rebote, a little lower. This one caught in the air by Nicolas. Catch by Nicolas. Nicolas powerfully from the forehand. That will score. 2 points for Nicolas here in the second set. He serves.
Well, you like the effort, but I'm going to guess that has to be change of motions too, or else I'm not sure the call exists. Yeah, there you go. Catching it on the right side with the backhand, yeah. Not going to work.
Beautiful catch by Douglas. Powerful backhand on the return. Here's Nicolas. Douglas moves in, makes the catch. Costello 2-all scores. 2-2. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Again, going back to that 2-all, and it looks like it did in the first set. Opens it up wide. Nicolas running for it, but he's not really close.
Here's Nicolas on the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Powerful forehand Rebote thrown by Douglas. Rebote forehand by Nicolas. Douglas cuts it off the 10 line. Backhand with control to the corner. Rebote forehand. Nicolas advances, makes the catch, throws the 2-all. It opens and scores. Beautifully executed. Costello 2-all by Nicolas. 3-2 in favor of Nicolas of the Devils. He serves.
And Nicolas sensing that this might be sort of a quick draw now. Whoever gets the shot first is going to score. So he sends it from the inside, and the best one he's thrown today. It opened up wide. Douglas running for it again. Not particularly close by the time the ball's in the net.
Rebote forehand saved by Nicolas on the side wall. That's a floater. Douglas has it. Costello 2-all opens and scores. 3-3. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Just more of the same here. Costado, 2-all from the inside. Look at how well thrown that is. Opens up. It's in the net by about the 7 line.
Here's the backhand by Nicolas, right to the corner. Rebote is low. Douglas made the save. Floater midcourt. Nicolas has it. Soft touch 2-all. Douglas read it, got it. Returns the 2-all to score.
Just perfect.
Beautifully executed by Douglas for 4 points. He serves.
A smart play here by Douglas because he runs around this ball and then he can see exactly where Nicolas is. If he's inside, he's going to kiss it off the side wall like he does right there. But if he was towards the outside, he just would have blasted it inside. Perfect throw again, great control. And now a lead for Douglas late in the second set.
Powerful backhand, but it took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. Douglas has 5 points, possible set and possible match point. Over serve. First fault. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Powerful backhand, low and hard, caught by Douglas. Douglas low and hard, straight to the corner, out to the rebote. Nicolas right to the corner. Douglas, rebote forehand save. Rebote to the inside. Douglas has it, winds up. Costado 2-all, lands in and scores for the win. Point set and match for Douglas, taking it in straight set, 6-3, 6-3.
Again, second win there for the Warriors on the game day. Douglas responsible for both. Means it all comes down to this last match, Stu. Division III doubles, Ferronda and Benny against Alex and Manny. If Alex and Manny win, the Warriors are going to the playoffs. If Ferronda and Benny win it, the Chargers will be moving on. We'll see after this replay here. We'll get to Douglas, and then we'll get into that next match and ended it how we started it. 2-all here. Oh, what a good one that is. Opens up wide and scores for the win. Let's look at that game day score now. 3-2 in favor of the Devils with 1 match left. And we will hear from Douglas before we introduce that final match. That's third division doubles. Douglas keeps his team alive. What a day for him, winning both matches. Here he is. Congratulations, Douglas. So I know it's hard to think back, but you began this single season 0-3. You won, what, 6 out of your last 7 to close things out. What was the change this season? Because these last couple matches, the 2-all was great. You've been so aggressive.
Yeah, no, I finished with my best singles record so far, 7-3. I think it was just, I have the ability, it was more the confidence to consistently throw. I think my best shot is the Costado 2-all, so to have just the confidence to throw it consistently, I think that was a big thing for me. And I've been feeling good with it recently, so I just started going out there and shooting my shot, and I know that's how I need to play if I want to win, and luckily they've been falling for me.
Awesome, Douglas. Great performance under pressure there. We'll see what happens in this final match. Good luck, and we'll maybe see you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah,
see
thank
how
you.
it goes.